What's up, everybody? This is Jorge Ruiz here with Lamar Mitchell, JR, and Eric Sparks. We're coming to you today with Politicking. We're diving into how politics is basically infiltrated every single part of our daily life and how it's stupid and dumb and funny.
It's funny as hell, especially when you get to people that are really like convicted with certain subjects that are just ridiculous. So we gonna basically
we're gonna jump into some subjects.
that.
Yeah, just jump into some subjects, make fun of it, drop some facts and about it, and just have a good time here for a couple minutes. And we're trying to get you to on your way home or on your way to work, listen to us, have a good day, and then. We'll get out of your way, and you can go listen to your favorite podcast.
Exactly. Eventually, this will creep into being one of your favorites, but we're not going to.
Right. We're top 10 right now. We're top 10.
Yeah, we top 10.
Top 10. We're trying to get top 5, and then maybe 1 or 2 eventually.
Yeah, let's give ourselves 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
We better be number 1 in 2 weeks. Or I'm
we're
quit.
not.
Yeah. Eventually, we're going to have Rogan or one of them sitting next to us or somebody eventually.
Man, y'all are on it.
I think it'll be pretty easy to get 80 open mic comics in Phoenix to listen to this podcast.
Oh, most definitely.
I'm sure they're listening for their name.
Exactly.
They're not listening for any other reason to see if their name is mentioned.
We will talk about the politics here in Phoenix as
politics
well.
And
as well.
And
the politics of the Phoenix comedy scene.
Oh, my God. Dude, we can do that every day, all day. We don't even
we're trying to keep this to half an hour.
And right, we try to keep it to a half an hour. If we had
if we had just pressed record 20 minutes ago, we'd have some pretty good shit.
Oh, man, yeah. Content would have been fire just what we were talking about. We're going to do the whole of the week based on just some stuff we was talking about.
We're definitely going to have some interesting segments, bringing up interesting topics about interesting people.
But we are going to talk about going into the political campaign as well. So we are going to get a little political. And we actually are friends today.
Yes.
Who knows what it will look like?
Yes.
Oh, no, the problem is I don't care at all about politics. So
I don't either.
I don't think any of us will hate each other over
I can't vote.
He can't vote.
I don't even care.
I'm black. My vote don't count. So it's like, who really does care? So that means that we can really, really have some fun.
And then we can make fun of Eric because he used to oppress our people for centuries.
For centuries. And he's from...
Yeah, I used to.
He gave me some facts about Portland, Oregon, too.
Oh, my God.
What was
Oregon's
it last week? And what did you tell me?
Oregon was the first state that outlawed slavery because they didn't want black people there at all.
At all. Like, no, we'll mine our own fields. We'll till our own crops.
That's like...
We don't want to see a black person.
That's like progressive and regressive at the same time.
Right. It's interesting how that's like a circle. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you know what? That's the politics of that is crazy because nobody ever thought for a second that somebody just rejected slaves. Like, nah, we don't want them over there. They was like,
no, yeah, that was like unheard of.
But
that you would turn down slavery because you were so racist.
So racist. But that's how you still have sundown towns. It is, you know what I mean? Like if you go to Oregon, it's probably so many sundown towns based on the fact that, look, we ain't seen a black person here in over 100 fucking years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, for white people wanting to pick their own cotton, that's progressive.
That is
very progressive.
That's pulling yourself up.
I'm actually proud of them, actually.
You never know. This damn shirt might have been picked by a white person.
My cousin made this.
He said, what is it called? Algodón. How do you say it in cotton in Spanish? Never mind. I forgot.
I'm Chicano. I'm not Mexican.
Speak real broken Spanish.
Right. If we're playing Arizona prison jail politics, I'm Chicano. We got a kinfolk. We got Wood over here. So
right. I asked him about cotton in Spanish. His lips started sweating. He like, man.
No sé.
So do we want to jump into the hoe of the day or the week or what do we call it? Or the election?
We can jump into the first topic if you want.
Okay.
We can just jump into the 2024 election. You want to?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Which is hot takes. Who are the candidates going to be? Do you think? You know?
You know what? They are actually just making it about Trump and Biden still. I don't understand this
I
shit.
can't believe those are our options again.
Well, we got
somehow.
RFK Jr. in there.
But they
It'd be great to have a president who can't talk.
My father about 35 years
That
ago.
should immediately disqualify you, right? Having a fucked up voice. You can't be the president with a fucked up
if
voice.
two of your
I
family
don't know.
members got assassinated by the government, why would you want to run for? Why would you want to run for something again?
That makes no sense. And then they said they are not giving him any secret
How is he
service
Well,
agents.
they're trying to tell him, don't run. We're
How
gonna
is he
kill
related to JFK? It was his
you.
uncle.
It was his uncle and his
It was-
dad.
So
was
they
Robert
killed
Kennedy.
your uncle while he was president, and you want to be president.
and they
and they
killed, his dad,
Robert
while running
Kennedy.
for president.
Yeah, for real. So
He just won the Democratic nomination in like 68.
All right, so
and they shot his
do
dad.
you guys
in a
like
hotel.
gambling? What's the over/under on Robert RFK making it 6 more months?
6 more months. With or without Secret Service, man, because right now you don't got Secret Service. They actually try
And
to make
then
it.
what's wild is the whole Kennedy family just endorsed Biden in like a freaking commercial.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because they didn't even endorse him. That is
No.
wild. Your whole family endorsed somebody who don't even know who
And
Robert
they
or
handed-
JFK
They,
is.
they handed the youngest Kennedy baby to Biden. You know how dangerous that is?
That is very dangerous.
They're like, just here.
Was it a girl or boy?
I don't
As
see
far as
gender.
I know, he
I
only
don't see
liked
gender
girls
anymore.
Yeah. We unfortunately, politically, we
yeah.
cannot talk about
We
gender
don't
on
see
this
gender.
show.
It was a human baby.
A human baby.
Human baby.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't talk about gender identity.
Yeah, we don't.
It's too political.
It's
for
too
us.
political. We're not going to get into the trans.
Yeah,
anything.
not this episode at least.
Even if it's about my transmission in my car, I'm not touching it.
It's
know?
not, yeah. You know, using those slang terminologies like, "Hey, let me get a cheap tranny." Yeah, that's not what's
no.
popping up on my on my damn Google search, and I'm pretty curious to. But we'll leave that.
Well,
for
yeah,
next
that's
time.
another episode, Lamar. That's on the X-rated episode that drops after midnight.
But you got these political candidates. Like I sent you guys that video earlier today, and you know Trevor Noah was very Biden pro-democratic type of person. Because like when it comes down to elections, you start seeing celebrities taking sides, and who's going to be that face of that campaign as far as being a celebrity. And Trevor Noah was one of those people that was so against Trump. You know what I mean? And then I was recently seen a video of him talking to him and somewhat positive about him, saying that he was a president that actually did what he was going to do.
Right. He
or
did
said
all
what
the
he was gonna
crazy
do.
things that he was going to do. He actually did a lot of them.
He tested like people, like, you know what I mean? Like if he's saying I'm the president, well, hey, I got this and that. Well, we gonna show the people what that looks like. And I say to an extent he did do that. You know what I mean? He did do some shit that was divisive.
Yeah.
You know,
and
but
then,
who doesn't?
Don't you think going forward, what he's saying now about how America needs a dictator, he's not lying.
Yeah.
And he's talking about himself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of dangerous because he did do the crazy stuff he did last time. Now he's saying even more crazy stuff while on trial. So when he becomes the dictator of America, but he's probably going to win. I think he's going to win.
He's gonna win.
And he's on trial. He's going to come after all those people.
He's not gonna become it. It's not gonna happen. I mean, at the end of the day, Americans not gonna let that shit happen. This civil war is gonna be. It's gonna be crazy, bro.
See,
It's
Mexicans
gonna
don't
be
get
crazy.
involved in civil war. We just
Go home.
serve both sides food and just pick up the bodies, and then we're still going to be
Well,
here.
they said shit. We ain't doing no more civil wars. We know what happened last time.
Yeah, that's between you guys.
Hey, y'all figure that out for
Niggas took our
yourself.
land.
I'll be over here. I can't vote, so I wasn't involved in any of it. You know what I mean? That's all you guys.
You know, I thought I was in Mexico, and then they came and told me, "No, this is California. You need to leave." Like, what the fuck? My family been here forever.
So the next question is, do you think it matters who Trump picks as a running mate?
Oh, that's gonna be significant. But then, you know, I don't know on his side of the fence that's needed. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
don't
Like,
know who really cares.
Biden needed to
It just has to be a
elect black
woman.
Yeah.
It has to like convince some people that are on the fence.
You
Some
think?
of the women that are on the fence.
So like
to vote,
like
right?
Nikki Haley, if he gets Nikki
Maybe
Haley,
someone like that. Yeah, sure.
you think that would help him more?
Well, didn't he have Palin ass? Who had Palin on the?
That
on
was
the thing?
John
McCain.
McCain.
That was John McCain.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
And that actually hurt him.
Makes sense. Yeah, why he lost? John McCain and
Obama
damn
was
Palin.
running away with that election no matter what.
Yeah,
Obama was cool and black and smoked weed. Everybody, dude, I remember I was like
cool and
18,
black.
so hyped to fucking vote for him. It was my first time voting, dude.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
hyped up. He was gonna run away
And
with
then
that.
all
shit,
those
no
years
matter
of
what,
guilt,
dude.
you know, those years of guilt those white people had. They're like, all right, we'll give them one.
It's like, I'm going to go against my ancestors who didn't want black
There was a
people
lot
even
of
in
that.
our land.
A lot of white people hyped to vote for Barack Obama.
That's when people start using the N-word, just throwing it out there. You see Mexicans, Asians, white people using the N-word.
Mainly Asians
Said,
and
"We
Mexicans,
vote.
though.
We voted for a black man. Yeah, mostly Asians.
The younger generation of Mexicans say the N-word way too much. Like, I've never said it, to Lamar's face anyway. But in rap songs, yeah, of course, if you rap it. But they're saying it like
Groups, it'd be all Mexicans. And it'd be like, hey, I'm like, God damn, all right, well, y'all are. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not gonna say you wrong.
we're a little bit older. That generation, we didn't. You would have checked
hell
it.
no. They would have. The crazy shit is like if you see it online, oh man, the OGs be tearing into the young Mexicans.
Even the OG Mexicans
man.
don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All the OGs, they be on the damn younger generation heels. Like, where the hell y'all start?
It's
saying
Eric's
that?
generation messing everything up. Is what we're trying to say.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
damn.
right. Millennials.
You guys don't. You guys
Fucking millennials.
no accountability.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But if you guys were to vote today, who would y'all vote for?
I just want to vote.
And I know
I'm so unexcited to vote. Here's have you heard that metaphor where it's like if you had a box, it's like a magic box, and its job was to sort. Like there's thousands of apples in this box, and it's supposed to sort them and pick the best 2 apples for you, and then you got to eat one of the best 2 apples. And then, if every time the box just started spitting out rotten fruit, you wouldn't be like, oh, I'm just going to eat these apples. You'd be like, the fucking box is broken.
exactly.
That's like how
That's
the
it.
election is.
And that's how I felt last time because
Yeah.
everybody was using that whole terminology. You got to pick the lesser of 2 evils. That is the dumbest statement I have ever heard in my life. How about I just not pick either one of them? Like, you know what I mean?
How? Yeah. Why do we have 2 evils as our options?
And then
What the fuck?
and people let that come out of their mouth.
Yeah.
The lesser of 2 evils. You can pick Satan or Satan's son. Like, you know what I mean? That's just weird.
And then just depends who you ask. The other one is the lesser of 2 evils than the other one.
Facts.
So it's a lose-lose, really.
It's a lose-lose. So I didn't vote for it.
People that haven't realized that politics are essentially just like a distraction. And that they're all kind of working together
They
to keep
are,
us
bro.
distracted from how little money we're making and focused on like, hey, why don't you guys just fight about who's trans and who's not? Why don't you get in arguments about guns?
This is actually
Guns.
Russia's plan from like the Cold War.
Yeah,
was
true.
actually this stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
Totally.
To
I
divide
remember.
us and-
I've heard about
They
that.
can't
book.
beat us in like military stuff.
So they got to
Yeah, they
divide
gotta
gotta
us.
shit.
divide us.
Fucking
Yeah.
pussies.
Right. Let's
Yeah.
change the men into women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make them soft.
Yeah, because you see, was it Russia that banned LGBT?
Oh,
Hasn't
yeah.
it made it a terror?
It's not cool to be that.
The
there,
only
that's for sure.
black person allowed in Russia is Roy Jones Jr. That's the only one. They're like Oregon. They don't want anybody.
Well, I don't know. Russia just opened up that vault that had these so-called artifacts in them, and they found the Bible that they opened up or some shit like that. But it was showing black Jesus, and they was like, "We were wrong all of this time. We thought Jesus was a white man, and no, he is black. Look at the picture. We just made it 2 weeks ago. And we want the black vote in Russia. It's 3 of you. We need it."
To swing vote.
Swing vote. Yeah.
Funny.
Thank you. I hit one out of the park once in a while.
You know, swing vote, great. So we going into the next segment, which we want to talk about.
Right at 50.
Victor Wembanyama Biba. How the fuck?
Wembayamba? I think it is.
Wembayamba. Something that I don't know. It would sound like a Little Richard song to me. I don't care. Victor Whoop.
Fruity Tooty.
Fruity Tooty. Oh, well, we'll go into what we're going to say about him. So Victor Wembanyama, or whatever his name is, Wembanyama, he posted something that's been going viral talking about.
Tell everybody who he is.
First of all, he is the tallest basketball player in the NBA right now. He plays for the Spurs. He's 7'4", right?
He's 7'15".
He's 7'15", something like that. But the dude is super tall. Very good player, though, to be that tall. Like, he should be tripping over his size 27s. Like, this dude actually got skill, athleticism. He can shoot. He got handles. Like, this is crazy. If you think Kevin Durant with, like, 10 more inches, like, that's what you get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's good. Like, the dude got, like, more blocks than all the NBA players combined in history, like, in one season. Like, this dude is crazy. But he's a Frenchman, right? He's from France. And he made a comment about American women. He said he don't date American women because French women are soft. You know what I mean? They're women, I guess, is what he's saying.
More feminine.
Yeah. So he said he don't date them because American women remind him of NBA YoungBoy. Which to me
It's really funny. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I agree with.
You think so?
Yeah. It's some very, especially Eric's generation. Like, these girls are fucking thugs. Like, you know how many times I put my wallet in my pocket by my pants right next to me when I was with a female? Like I literally felt like this chick might steal my wallet or go through it. You know what I mean? Take a couple dollars out.
Yeah, that could happen.
Like, for real, some of these women, and then the voice, you know what I mean? Like, think about Glorilla. Come on now. Hey, dog. Hey, dog. I'm a good. Come on now, man. And she looked good when she just got pulled over and got that DUI. But she sound like a dude.
Well, you know, there's a way to fix these things. You know what she needs.
What she need?
You know what she needs.
Helium?
Yes. Let's call it helium.
We'll call it
She
helium.
needs some helium. And not from a French dude either, from a real American man. But, you know, I like how he's talking crap about how women in America are too masculine. Maybe French women are just too soft.
Everybody says colonization's so bad until you get to date a bunch of beautiful French women.
Oh, wow.
It's not like he would be dating those women if he was still at home in Africa.
That's true. Now, real quick, isn't a French?
I like how you just glossed over that subtle organ racism.
Eric in trouble.
Say that again one more time into the camera.
Because I think I just was going into you know how you listed it, but you want to respond and you didn't. Say that again. No.
Eric's phone number is 62.
I'm just saying, his parents aren't from France.
Yeah. Well, one of them is, because there's no way in hell that boy is 100% black.
He's a shade darker than you, Eric.
For real, that's what I'm saying. Did you see his hair? He looked like one of my kids. Like,
Sure, yeah.
Like, what's crazy though, like I kind of agree with that though, because it's too many. I forgot what.
But isn't like the old stereotype like French women are hairy armpits?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. And don't French people smell bad?
But isn't the French lady? Don't they think she's a man? Isn't that French?
Yeah, they
where
have
they
like
think the
stubble and like different stuff like that, like hairy arms, hairy armpits.
But for real though, like I think I think it's not. No, Zurkowski is the French guy. Isn't he the president now? Or somebody, like it's a lady right now either in France, one of them damn white ass countries. Like they think that she is actually a man.
Is that the German one?
Is it Germany?
Where she's kind of like, looks like Chris Farley?
Well, she looked like a regular, not that one. She looked like a regular ass girl, but they show a picture of her so-called brother, who they can't find no more, and she looks exactly like this dude.
I think this is Russian propaganda, but they say that about Michelle Obama too.
I think that's no.
You think that's
bro.
a Russian psyop, Big Mike?
Big Mike?
It's
yeah.
gotta be, yeah. That makes
Let me
sense.
see.
This is the same rumor about all these democratic countries started
Do you
by
think
Russia.
the CIA is like starting
Yes.
weird rumors about Putin in Russia?
Oh, of course we are. Of course we are.
That's a fun job, making
How
up
does-
memes about Putin.
How does all these oil refineries just suddenly blow up in Russia? How does that happen?
Yeah. We should just take over Russia and be done with it. We've
know
had this
what?
weird like Cold War with them for the last like 50 years.
that
Let's
doesn't
just
make
pull the Band-Aid off.
Taking over Russia doesn't make America money.
You know the funny thing
Just for
about
fun.
It's about making money.
I watched that thing about the Cold War, and now I understand why they be beefing. Like, oh, that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
It was wild. Like, they really was like pump faking, fucking with each other with them nukes. Like, dude, I got nukes on you. Like, did y'all see that thing?
Yeah.
Like, they was pointing all the nukes at Russia and in
Russia
different
supplying
places.
Cuba
And
with
Russia
shit.
was like, oh wow, y'all want to take over all these countries and point them at us? All right, we gonna go to Cuba. And man, next thing you know, they start seeing boats just bringing whole ships going to Cuba. And they like, what the hell? They do the surveillance. They just setting up systems and shit over there, pointing them right at America. Like, what? They literally was pointing nukes at each other. Like
It's funny.
yeah, like gangsters point guns sideways. Like, what you?
Yeah, I remember.
But they literally was like.
I remember when I was real young, my parents making jokes like, "Yeah, well, I'll be dead anyways when the Russians nuke Seattle." I was like, "What the fuck did you
Nuke
just say?"
Seattle.
I was like 7. I was like, "What?" They're like, "We're joking."
I know that was scary because that made Seattle feel important for once. They was like, "What the hell? They gonna nuke us? Why not California? Nuke New York?" Like,
If they nuke Seattle, is anybody gonna miss?
well, back then they would have because they had,
We wouldn't have Starbucks.
Yeah, we wouldn't have Starbucks. You know what I mean? Like Pike Street was still booming. Like all of the stuff that you
Yeah,
went
in the
to
90s,
Seattle for.
Seattle was
That's what I'm
hot.
saying. Exactly. Now. We definitely want to
covered in
nuke Seattle.
feces.
We want to nuke Seattle. Like now, if we would have nuked them back then, it would have made sense today. Like, damn, y'all got rid of fucking
Either
Seattle,
way-
no Starbucks.
Either way, Kurt Cobain was still sad. Doesn't matter.
I wonder who would have died first, Kurt Cobain.
That's what happens when you don't see the sun for 34 years. You're 27.
So I mean, it's like they got nuked anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Though.
That's
But-
why everybody sucks in Washington so much. They never see the sun. They're all sun deprived.
You're just
Yeah.
pissing off everybody in the first go. You're like Africa, Washington,
right.
Hey, you're not letting me get away with any of it, Jorge.
But no, yeah, we got to keep each other accountable. That's what our generation does.
Yeah, that's what politics are. Politicking with the
We're in the
fellas.
middle of smear campaign, buddy. You forgot that. You forgot the segment we're doing.
Yeah, but Victor Wembanyama, they do need to like set him up with somebody like Glorilla just to kind of see
That'd be
if
hilarious.
you know, like because he don't know if he ain't never been exposed to it. Like you just like
And then
Might have liked an aggressive
he's
woman.
the number one pick. He's not walking around downtown San Antonio looking for an average. Like, what are you?
yeah,
what are
you
even
ain't
talking
in the
about?
hood looking for a hood
No.
chick.
No,
But he should though, because I personally think that if he dates like somebody like Glorilla, who is famous as well, we'll kind of show him different stuff. Like he'll get to eat American soul food, you know what I mean, which may change how he feels about
and
you know
then
black women.
he's in
like,
San Antonio, so that's the middle of Mexican.
yeah, you ain't never.
You
learned.
know how Charles Barkley
Mexican,
feels
bro.
about San Antonio.
Got some big women out there. They love churros. Listen, that might be you want to put some weight on him?
Yeah, he's in the right place.
He's in the right
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
You know, some churros and some Mexican food.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
His
Well,
name's Victor already.
Oh no, they say our Mexican food in Arizona better than Texas. 'cause
Oh, it
they
is
got
for
that
sure. It is
Tex-Mex
for
shit.
sure.
They got that
Tex-Mex is
Tex-Mex shit.
garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about the politics of that shit too.
The politics of Mexican
what the
food.
fuck? How you
Oh,
got,
bro,
how you
it's
got
rough.
Tex-Mex? Like, you know what I
It's
mean?
rough. Even just Phoenix to Tucson stuff, it gets
It
Oh,
really
really?
does. That's
Yeah.
what I heard. Yeah, yeah. It is not the same,
it's not.
bro. It's not the same.
Nah,
Like
man,
if you go to Chicago, the Mexican food is fucking totally different than this shit out here.
Huh.
Man, it's wild.
I'm gonna have to have you put me on some spots to eat Mexican.
You
I'll
need,
probably
you need to
go with
behave
you on
first before we take you to the hood
I haven't
spots.
said anything about Mexicans.
Not-
Keep it that way.
Next episode, watch as Eric Sparks thinks of some good stuff about Mexican people.
Some things to work on for the next episode.
Hey, check this out. I found this restaurant that's like in the middle, because in the middle of like the hood, but says somebody house or some shit. Like, have you been seeing that on Instagram?
Mexican food?
Mexican food, yeah.
What's
like,
the name of it?
I don't know what the name is. They got one food truck that's in the middle of the fucking hood, and they say they're actually tamales look fire, bro. I might go there today. Yeah, fire. So I just got hungry. I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. You would have thought Jorge would have get food
Hold on,
distracted.
I did.
But
I did.
Did you?
I
Okay, he
I
did.
faded away for a second.
He was sitting here like calculating in his head. Where the hell is he talking about?
Do you think women are getting more masculine in general?
I think so.
It's going like a lot of your generation's getting more feminine.
Well, the men are.
And a lot of the younger generation of women, they're acting like how we used to act as dudes, you know?
Yeah.
You know what? I think it is, but I think it's a lot that's going on. Like, women are really getting put in places of power more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you think about from the presidency, you got to have a woman, running with you now, it seems. WNBA stuff. It started.
College women's
it's starting to pick up some stuff. That's what I'm saying. So that was popping, which of course is going to hopefully feed into the WNBA.
Yeah.
Like they're empowered, not just black women, but across the board now. Like I don't need a man. I don't need a man. Like chicks is really like, hey, I got a couple dudes in my phone right now. I don't need a relationship because I can call him when this one is like, it's getting very masculine. Where, it is.
That's facts.
The women are
I just
pimps.
fact checked that. And yes, it's facts.
Yeah, so it's just getting to that point where that they finally are learning how to separate men and women.
And then
like
when
completely
when that happens to a dude, right? A girl tells him like, "Hey, I got options now," And so what is he gonna do? Act like a girl.
Start fucking complaining, following her ass, fucking doing all of this shit fucking women would do. Scratching that key in the car up. Like, dudes is doing that shit now.
Yeah.
And women are being upfront. Because they always had these 2-3 dudes. They just was super, like, women cheat better than men. They do.
Right.
They cheat better than men because we think the obvious when they... we give them the obvious and they are like right in front of us.
Well, yeah, because we cheat and then leave the condom in the front door, the handle, like, oh.
And the woman is going over to that man's house, leaving all the evidence there. Like, you know what I mean?
So basically what we're saying is we're stupid.
Yeah. That's pretty much what I got out of that.
But literally, they like stepping up. Hey, no, I got another dude. You know what I mean? Like, it was a girl that was online who was like, she blasted like the Phoenix scene, people in Phoenix, you know what I mean, talking about they broke, they ain't got no money because, they not spending on her. But if you go to her page, she's actually a hoe, like for real, selling that ass. Like, and like she went viral and shit. And I'm like, how come ain't nobody talking about her? Like, like we gotta pay for cooch now? I don't understand that. And then on top of that, if you selling it, why the fuck I want it? Maybe that's why don't nobody want to pay for your shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you putting it out there like, hey, I'm selling this joint. Don't nobody want to buy something that's used like that. You know what I mean? Like, and they really huffed up and puffed up
like
with this lifestyle now. Like, they like, oh, no.
It's like buying a wholesale car and then making it your family car. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Or
a couple good miles left in it, and that's about it.
For real. Or you went and got that motherfucking, that damn, what the fuck is the popular car again? The damn electric car?
Oh, the Tesla?
The Tesla. You got the Tesla, but it had 150,000 miles on it, and it's a 2020. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you got it for cheap. It's still a Tesla, but everybody used it.
And it's an electric car. Why does it smell like gas in here?
Yeah.
What's going on?
So I think women are not as soft as they were. You know what I mean? You don't got women cooking no more. You got women cooking no more. Just the things. I mean, just like fellas. Like fellas, we still need to be the ones that's, gassing our girl car up, doing all the manly shit.
I'm cooking though. I'm sorry.
I know you're a cook.
I'm a cook. I'm cooking.
I'm a cook.
You don't have to cook.
Do
just do the dishes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll cook. You clean.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But it's like that. We're getting away from, the roles that were assumed at one point.
That's why I'm on the dating apps, but I only set it for Mexico.
You set it for Mexico.
Yeah.
That's smart, actually.
If you come on vacation to America, because I can't go.
Yeah. Well, that was dope.
I think that was a pretty productive first podcast. What do you guys think?
It's fun.
We try to keep it right on time, a little bit, as much as we can.
Yeah.
I think good.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Any Eric? Any last comments before we get out of here?
Nope.
We should have
thanks
This will be improving, guys. We're gonna figure out what
Eric
we're doing
dropping
more
knowledge.
and more.
Eric dropping
Eric
knowledge.
started doing the final moments like Jerry Springer and shit. We'll put him in a corner about a bookshelf. In closing moments.
Today's affirmations.
Right? Kill yourself.
That would have been a funny way to. That is a funny way to end.
It is. All right, guys. Thank y'all for watching Politicking episode 1. We'll see what happens from here. It may be just the pilot. We might do 7 pilots.
7 pilots. Pick one. All right. Later, guys.